Uncle Joseph Biden's campaign is completely flailing, and it hasn't even officially started yet. I find this pretty hilarious, not gonna lie. Biden advisors debate Stacey Abrams as out-of-the-gate VP choice. They think that this is going to be like a, You want me to win now, right? I'm an old white man. She's a younger black woman. Diversity. Isn't it great? Come on, dude. Like, these are all ploys. He's trying. Now, don't get me wrong. If let's say Biden had hypothetically, in a universe that doesn't exist and won't exist, gets the nomination, and he were to pick Stacey Abrams, okay, cool. But no, he's not even announced his own candidacy yet, and he's floating these trial balloons to see the reaction to it, to see if he should hop in the race. Now, don't get me wrong. He 100% wants to hop in the race, and it looks like he's going to hop in the race. But this is all, like, it's all sad because it's so overly calculated, you know? And actually, I think the next story is even more overly calculated. Look. Biden said to be considering one-term presidency. Oh, Joe, why would you do that? Why would you do that? The one-term, promise never lands like they think it's going to land. As if people are thinking about Biden 2020 and they're like, if only he made a one-term pledge, then maybe I'd vote for him. Nobody says that. Nobody thinks that. And now, by the way, people weren't thinking about your age, Joe. They really weren't. But now that you bring up a one-term pledge, people are going to go, wait, why do you want to do a one-term? Oh, that's right. He is a little up there in age now, isn't he? Now look at Bernie, on the other hand. He hasn't brought up a one-term pledge or anything like that. So, at least among the actual people, very few were talking about his age. Obviously, in media circles, that's a different conversation. But among the actual people, nobody's thinking about it. If Bernie said, I'm going to make a one-term pledge, then immediately the topic of conversation would move to, why would you? Oh, right, he's fucking really old, isn't he? So why would you? I mean, I don't know what it is. It might be something that's imprinted in corporate Democrats' DNA, but it's like they always find a way to fuck it up and blow up their advantages. And I'm not kidding about that. You always see it. Biden would have been much better off if he didn't say, I'm thinking about having Stacey Abrams as my VP, and he didn't say, I'm thinking about doing a one-term pledge. If you didn't do that, you would have been much better off than doing that. But instead, he did it, and then he saw the negative reaction, and him and Stacey Abrams came out, and they were like, what? I mean, did we say that? I don't even know who's going to be my VP. What? I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't do that? Okay, yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe not her. It's all gimmicky. That's the thing. It's like, it's so gimmicky. It's trying to, like, plot your way to the White House using strategy that's overthought. Like, just, if you want to run and just fucking talk about what you believe in. But they can't. Yeah, honestly, one of the things that virtually all the corporate Democrats suffer from is Hillary syndrome. And by that I mean they have public and private positions. So they're trying to figure out, what shall my public positions be? And so everything is like overthought out, overcoached, too careful, not real. And we're going to see it. So I think Biden's going to hop in. And when Biden hops in the race, you're going to have, the number, this field is growing so much. It's hilarious. I heard, basically every other day I hear of a new candidate that I've never heard of before who's running. There's some mayor from, Florida who's running who I never heard of before. Booty Judge came out of nowhere, mayor from Indiana. And then now in the most recent Iowa poll, he shot up to third place above Kamala Harris. What? That's insane. So the field is wide open, but the good news is there are plenty of centrist corporatists in the race. We just got to hope they come as advertised, because if they come as advertised, that clears the path for the lefty. But if one of them manages to put on a convincing charade, well, then that's not good. That's not good at all. So we'll see, but Joe Biden being overly coached, thinking things out too much. oh, maybe Stacey Abrams as my VP. And also, I should mention this, by the way. Stacey Abrams 100% should be the governor of Georgia right now. 100%. She got screwed. There was basically election rigging, voter disenfranchisement. I mean, she almost won with the massive voter disenfranchisement effort, okay? So that election was stolen from her. She should 100% be the governor of Georgia. Now, having said that, at a national level, Stacey Abrams is way too conservative for my liking. She's way too centrist, way too conservative. She's not, from the left flank of the party. Again, as a governor of Georgia, wonderful. Wonderful. Because Georgia always has, insanely far-right governors. But just like how Beto would have been great. If Beto unseated Ted Cruz for the Senate, wonderful. We're all celebrating, even though Beto as president, we're not, because he's way too centrist. Kind of a similar thing with Stacey Abrams, which is why Biden would pick her in the first place. Okay, so awesome. I'm an old white guy. We want to diversify the ticket up a little bit. So let's get Stacey Abrams, younger black woman. And then also, hey, her politics happen to kind of agree with me in the sense that they're very centrist. So that's why they did that. But either way, this is overly thought out and a little ridiculous, and stop it.